Hello folks, thought I'd do another video, just thinking about things and that, and we'll entitle this the ups and downs of the internet or life online. Um, Again, in some of my previous videos last year, and even this year, maybe even, I've stressed so many times to people that you do not realize the extent of how bad the internet can be, and a lot of the social networking stuff as well. Um, Basically, especially since the internet took a big jump in being more accessible in, say, the last decade, people who might have been otherwise not able to get access to get online now have access to the net. This has, in twofold, caused a bigger issue online. With more so parties that might have been kept silent at times no longer I am saying that again, sorry folks, no longer are silenced or no longer kept in check, so to speak. With that said, again, I've stressed this numerous times, the internet can be a very, 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 very bad place to be, especially if you are someone who has a weight problem, like myself, has skin conditions, as you can see here, with my rosacea flare-up. Not attractive, not good looking, disabled, physically or mentally, ethnicity, there's so many things, and it isn't just regular people, it's also it also breaks into the world of cosplay, world of modeling, as well as other regular individuals. Business owners even can be, unfortunately, victims of stuff as well too. And that's why I can't get away from saying for some reason. I apologize for that, folks. For some reason, people don't understand about how when you post something up online, it's pretty much just like word, like your word is bond, as well as in most countries nowadays, whatever you put up visually, verbally, textually, are all applicable in law. People don't also realize the fact that when people take on bad personas or think that here I am using the word again, think that they're using some type of cloak of invisibility to hide from people so that they think that they can get away from people or get away with doing things. It's not happening. Maybe back, 10 plus years ago, you may have been able to get away with stuff like that. Not in this day and age. More people have become intelligent to those things. More people have been given access to other means to get a hold of information. For example, say hacking tools. Again, people that might be going around doing bad things or negative things, trolling, harassing, and so forth, they do not realize that they are traceable, and even if they think the person that they're doing so to or against isn't smart enough to do those things, you don't realize that, or those people don't realize that are doing it, that while the victim might not have the means to do so, that doesn't mean that it's the only way they can do so to get your information itself. There are hackers out there who will gladly take money and track a problem. You know, that is why there is groups like Anonymous and so forth, that they may not take money, but if they feel something isn't just, they will find a way to try to right the unjust thing. And people that are going about doing trolling, sex exploitation of children, sex exploitation of people, dominating, blackmailing, and so forth and so forth, a lot of many things. These people don't realize that while they think that they have the upper hand, there are parties out there who can take that upper hand and make it go from that to a that. Simple as that. And where they think that they're being safe and ha ha ha, nobody will catch me for crap, you will get caught. And that's where, you know, things have changed, especially in the last 10 plus years. Or, sorry, within the last 10 years of things online. Again, I cannot encourage people enough to, if you don't want to be traced, whether it be a total privacy issue or not, you should make sure that everything is covered up, such as your likes on YouTube. You could like a video that has been unlisted, and again, you might not think that it's traceable, but actually, even YouTube says on the little bottom of the thing, when you do like a video that is unlisted but is not privatized, and there is a difference there. When it is unlisted and you click like it says on the bottom, please be aware that while this video is unlisted, by you liking it, it is then noticeable to others. It does give you that little red text warning underneath it. And again, as some other people have pointed out, we have a mentality that, you know, we've gotten, in the case of YouTube, you know, we've gotten used to automatically, oh, we like it, automatically click the thumb up, and so it just becomes second nature. And when we get into something like that, people shouldn't be blamed for something coming out that they clicked a like on because they liked the video or liked what they heard in the video and so forth. That said, getting to the people that do said videos, when you do put those videos up on YouTube, the simple fact is there's a big time difference between a unlisted video and a private video. A unlisted video is just not viewable to the public, but anyone that has a link to it or again has liked it can access it and view it. If you have not privatized the video, it is accessible to anyone that can find a like on it or somehow find a link to it. It is still viewable. Whereas if you privatize it, the only people that can see that video is someone that you give a direct link to. And only with that encoding or script in that link is it visible. So if you were to share a private video and there's only a link to it, that's the only way somebody can see it. And people that make that mistake, they should be held accountable for, a video that they might not want to be seen or something they might not want to be seen or be heard. They're the ones who are responsible for that occurring. Nobody else. I know some people might view that differently or whatnot, but it's really what it comes down to, because again, you're the one who's responsible for your account. Your name's on it, your information's on it. Heck, even you might be a business owner, your business is also, part of that, and your business can be held liable for making comments that might be accusations, false accusations, and so forth. There's so many, a lot of society and more so the governments are realizing that the laws need to start being intertwined with online as they do with offline life, like the real life and, I guess you could say virtual life. Excuse me for the cough. So, that said, we always like certain people. Some people we don't like as much. And, at the end of the day, if we're to be better human beings, we just simply should not be looking to cause problems for someone we might not like for whatever reason, or we have an issue. Witch hunting people, as I've seen over the years, doesn't do you any good, because the reality is even if you try to turn somebody against somebody, there are going to be individuals who don't give a fuck in the first place, or they want to know both sides. Most smart people, they want to know both sides before they make a decision. There are, I won't say unsmart people, but people that don't understand that they should know all things before jumping to a conclusion and getting all information before drawing something. And there's still a lot of people out there that are that way, and because they just automatically are like that, they're more susceptible to have thoughts and such put into place into their head that a smart enough individual can put things in place to make that occur. So I know I've kind of skirted around things. Unfortunately, that's just jumped around on the subject and what I've brought up, but it's unfortunately the way my brain unfortunately works at times. But that said, I guess ultimately this video is again a reminder to folks, please be careful not only who you're associating with in regards to, I'm not saying don't totally mistrust people, but at the same time, don't be shocked when certain attributes or whatever come out in some individuals. And in those cases, try to just best understand what might be the cause of it, what maybe their intentions are before you jump to a conclusion or assume something. Try to be knowledgeable in that regards. And secondly and lastly, cover your asses up if you are someone who values your privacy and you don't want things to be said. In other words, if you're going to say something and it's going to be public, be ready for the consequences of what is going to occur from it. If you're honest, genuine, sincere, and good, you should have little to no consequences of what you're saying or what you're doing. If your intentions are bad and you show all the bad things, then you should expect people to react accordingly. Those that believe in karma, also karma to come down upon you. And if things are taking far enough, the law, or even more so, the person that you're wronging, maybe even take it upon themselves to find your ass and do something about it. So if you don't want stuff like that, again, make sure you have no way that the public can see anything you might say negative, and or make sure you are just simply honest. State if something's an opinion. Don't put yourself in a position to be screwed over one way or another. The end of the day, we are all human beings. We are not necessarily meant to always get along with each other. We're also not meant to also always be perfect. So we have to sometimes take people's character flaws into reasoning for how the person might be or might react, and or if it's too much, to actually remove them from the picture, because again, we only live once, and a lot of us, we don't need the drama and bullshit. We have hard enough life. In a lot of cases, we have a hard enough life to live, and that's why we need more positive influences and more positive people in our lives. So with that said, that's my ups and downs of the internet and thoughts for the time being. Again, if you've made it this far, thank you for watching, and I hope you are all doing well, and I will catch you later. Bye for now.